Today, let me share with you a weird hack that I learned from a Japanese lady, and the result of this method is pretty shocking. Let me tell you about it. Welcome back to Choosing Gratitude. I'm Karen from ChoosingGratitude.net, and on this channel, I talk about everything related to manifesting your dream life. If you're new here, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell, and let's start manifesting our dream lives by choosing gratitude. A couple of weeks ago, I got into a little bit of a problem in my Amazon business. Some of you might know that I own an Amazon FBA business, and I've been doing this for the past 4 years, and the business is pretty passive, pretty stable, but once in a while, you do have problems coming your way. So a couple of weeks ago, I got in a pretty big problem. Basically, all of a sudden, Amazon shut down one of my variations with no explanation. It's like suddenly, my revenue just dropped by 20% because they shut down this particular product. And weirdly, this is one of the variations of my whole brand, and the other ones are fine. Amazon always does things that are totally unpredictable, and sometimes you can't even argue with them. So of course, I started this long process of trying to figure out what was wrong with this, And in the past, when I first started my business, I remember when I got a problem like this, I was always panicking. I always thought that, the sky is going to fall. But, these days, I realized that I've been through so many problems, and I know that every time I have a problem, there is a bigger solution. And usually these bigger solutions are worthwhile of going through that problem. So I was like, okay, you give me this problem, let me see what can I do. So I asked my spirit guides, I asked the universe, what should I do next? I didn't really get any answer immediately. So I kept, just going about my life. And on that day, I remember YouTube algorithm pushed this video to me. It's a beauty video from some kind of Japanese news channel. I'm always interested in beauty videos, just one of my hobbies. So this particular program is about anti-aging. It talks about how, these ladies just look amazing even though they're in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. So they're interviewing these ladies who are, in their 60s, 70s, and still look fabulous and youthful. And one of the ladies who were being interviewed, when they asked her what is her secret to her youth and beauty, she said that she does this exercise every night before bed, which is every night before bed, she would go through her entire body, every part of her body, and she just thanks her body part by part. And I thought, wow, this is very interesting. This is really, when I was watching this program, this was about beauty. This was about anti-aging. I thought, this is something that I could do, and I want to look like her when I'm in my 60s. So I said, you know what, I'm going to start doing this tonight. So I started this technique for beauty purposes, okay? So that night, before I was falling asleep, I started scanning through my body. I started with my eyebrows, and I thanked my eyebrows, I thanked my eyes, I thanked my nose, I thanked my mouth, my face, my head, my brain. I just went through anything I can think of in my body part by part. I also thanked my heart, my lung. I'm no doctor. Maybe I don't know exactly where my organs are, but I tried my best. So I thanked my liver, I thanked my kidney, I thanked every part of my body, and then I fell asleep. So that was the first night. I woke up the next morning, I felt really, really good. I did feel like more energetic. I had a really good night's sleep. So the next night, I started to do this again, and during that process, I start to get divine inspirations. It's like my spirit guides start talking to me. And I was told that this could be modified into a manifestation process. And I was like, how is it? So I was told that at the end of this process, once you're done thanking every part of your body, you bring the energy back into your heart and you visualize your heart becoming a flower. And within that flower, that is the thing you want to manifest. So you're going to just mentally, look at that flower, imagine that to be whatever flower you can think of at that time. To me, that was a lotus flower, because I always love lotus flowers. In Buddhism, they talk a lot about lotus flowers. So I visualized that my desire became a lotus flower, and so my guides told me to water it with gratitude, and I started to focus all of the gratitude that I have sent out to every part of my body, focusing that energy onto this flower in my heart, which is the lotus flower. And on that flower, I asked my guys to help me solve this business problem, because Amazon just shut down one of my products. I didn't know why it happened. When I tried to call them, they didn't give me any answers. I didn't know what's the solution. I just said I would like to manifest a solution for my problem. And then after I did that, I just visualized that the lotus flower dissolving with my heart, and I fell asleep. Okay. So the whole process, the first half is the beauty tip I got from this Japanese lady. Basically, you thank every part of your body, and at the end of the process, you're going to visualize your heart opening up. It becomes a flower, and you can make it into whatever flower you want, and then you're going to see your desire in that flower, and you just focus your attention there for a few minutes until you drift into sleep. So that's what I did, and I really, really liked it. When I did it without much of an attachment, because I know that when I want to manifest something, I don't want to be attached to it. So I wasn't really expecting any result, okay? So I was just enjoying the process, and I did this for 7 days. So plus the first day when I just did the ladies technique, so total is 8 days. But this manifestation technique that I got inspired from my guys, I did for 7 days. 5 days into this process, what happened was that the product that was shut down suddenly became active. And there was no explanation. I was still going through the official reinstatement process. Remember, this process was supposed to last like a few weeks, but 5 days into it, nobody told me anything. The product suddenly came back, and I knew that that was a miracle. But I kept my process because I haven't officially heard back from them. They could open it one day, they could shut it down one day. I want to hear officially from Amazon that they are going to reinstate this product. And then about 7 days into the process, so 7 days later, they sent me an official email saying, we've decided to reinstate your product. This was really a neat process because it only took about 7 days. It took a lot faster than it normally does, and I know a lot of people get in these problems in the Amazon world, and many people lose their business this way. I'm just so grateful that my problem was resolved and my revenue is back and everything comes back to normal. So here's the thing, I want you to try this process for the next 7 days, or maybe for the next 30 days. When I first started, I did this out of fun, out of joy, out of curiosity. And my guides are also telling me that this process is really good for people who want to manifest a change of appearance, because obviously when I started it, it was a beauty manifestation process, right? So if you want to manifest beautiful skin, lose weight, or you want to look more beautiful, more radiant, more healthy, this is the perfect process for you. Even if what you want has nothing to do with beauty, try it anyway, because the most important thing is the gratitude you send out to yourself. When you can send out gratitude to every part of your body, all of your cells in your body will start radiating that divine magic, and the divine magic is all you need. And the end of the process is so powerful because that flower is really the flower of that divine magic, and you're literally watching it and allowing it to grow in your life. So definitely try this and let me know in the comment down below that you're going to try it, and let me know in the comment down below once you've manifested your dreams. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell. I will see you in the next video.